How to Build Self-Confidence in 5 Minutes a Day, backed by science. Posted on SamuelThomasDavies.com by Samuel Tom Davies. We're told that the key to success in life and work is self-confidence. If you believe in yourself, the world is yours. But as we know, building self-confidence can be a challenging task. You have to overcome your fear, do the right thing, and lean into resistance. Building self-confidence isn't always easy, but according to a recent research study, it is possible. And it only takes 5 minutes a day. Researchers at the University of Toronto conducted 3 experiments, each designed to measure performance in pressure-filled situations. In the first experiment, 134 participants, 60% women, were matched with a same-sex partner. One portrayed a recruiter, the high-power role, and the other a job candidate, the low-power role. Then the two competitively negotiated salary, vacation time, and other job benefits. To add to the pressure, the researchers told half of the students the experiment provided an accurate gauge of their negotiating skills. The remaining subjects believed the exercise was a simple teaching demonstration that did not reflect upon their abilities. The job candidates performed significantly worse in the high-stakes negotiations than in the low-stakes encounters. By comparison, the recruiters performed better under pressure. In the second experiment, 60 MBA students, all men, were paired as buyer and seller of a biotech plant. Once again, those in a position of power, the sellers, performed better under pressure. The sellers demonstrated more assertiveness and negotiated a higher selling price. The buyers, on the other hand, performed worse in the higher stress condition. But here's where it gets interesting. The same biotechnology plant exercise was repeated in the third and final experiment, except this time with 88 new MBA students, 33 male pairs, and 11 female. In this experiment, all students believed the exercise would gauge their negotiating skills. But there was a final twist. Before the competition, half of the participants wrote for 5 minutes about their most important negotiating skill, while the other half wrote about their least important negotiating skill. Guess what happened? The low-power players who completed the highly positive self-affirmation exercise performed significantly better in negotiating a lower sale price than the others. The researchers found that self-affirmation boosted people's confidence and performance, despite the low-power situation into which they had been placed. In other words, thinking or writing about your family, your strengths, or something that is important to you boosts self-confidence and performance, even when it's irrelevant to the situation. Anytime you have low expectations for your performance, you tend to sink down and meet those low expectations, says Dr. Sonia Kang, an organizational psychologist at the University of Toronto, who led the study. Self-affirmation is a way to neutralize that threat. How you can use this? We all experience times in our lives when we don't perform up to our potential. We forget a meeting, blow a first date, or fail an exam. Not because our skills are below par, but because our performance in these situations is closely related to how we expect to behave. Simple. We move toward what we focus on. If we expect we'll underperform, we will. You should reflect on things that you know are good about yourself, Kang says. Anyone has the potential to do really well. It's how you respond under pressure that makes a key difference. How you respond is your choice. If you want to build your self-confidence, you can respond to challenging situations by focusing on how well you've performed previously in that situation. And if you haven't, congratulate yourself for doing something that scares you. You're doing more than most do. That's a strength worth recognizing. Here are a few examples. A job interview. Spend 5 minutes writing down what qualifies you for the job and why your interviewer would be lucky to have you. A date. Spend 5 minutes thinking about what your best stories are and why you're excited to meet your date. What do you want from it? An exam. Spend 5 minutes visualizing how well you've performed in previous exams and how prepared you are. Celebrating your strengths and affirming your success before taking action is a winning habit that pays dividends every day. There's no risk when investing in yourself, only high return.